All right, so we're talking about this. We're putting beer into here. At the moment, it's just a blank can. So what happens? So it comes on here. This is the table that sorts them out, feeds them through one at a time. And they come into here. This is a rinser. We're not rinsing ours because they're brand new and they're sanitized already. But if we're a bit dusty or dirty, that's where they get rinsed. And then in here, on the bottom of the can, is the date and the code that we use to identify the beer. That's how we know how old it is, the best before date, and what the packaging is in there actually. So this is the can, and this is the lid. So how they go together is that goes on the lid, and then it folds over. The lip of the lid folds over, and the can folds into it, and they crunch together. And that holds all this pressure in the can that you can have in there for ages and ages and ages, years, until you crack it open and drink the beer. Don't leave the beer too long, it's not going to taste great. Alrighty, so once they've got the date printed on the bottom, they come in here. This is CO2 that makes sure that there's no oxygen in the can because we don't want any oxygen in there at all. And then it gets filled up with beer. These are actuators that hold the beer and clamp it so that they all flow at the correct amount so the can gets full and there's the right amount of fobbing. Fobbing is head and we want that to stop oxygen going in the beer. It's all about getting rid of oxygen. These are the lids. The lids come down here and they get placed onto the can as quick as they can. They're kept on there, oxygen is kept out. And then they run through the die, and the die twists, turns, stamps the lid on top of the can, and that's when you can crack one open and have a test. We'll go out the back and have a look at that in a minute.